Our drive and our passion for life seems to be alchemizing this cycle, so we can truly start fresh when it comes to our passions as Mars takes its Cetus watery dip. But welcome everybody to Our Sky, Our Story. My name is Kelita, Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. I am a mother, a real angel, and I do dabble in crypto, so make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast. So over here we look at the visible sky to interpret our astrology. If you are new, you may have not even heard of Cetus, but it's there, and the luminaries do dip down into Cetus. So these will be the positions of all of the luminaries on the 5th of May. And we're going from the 5th to the 11th, but I still say don't believe me. Even with Cetus, do not believe me. Check for yourself. Either check out the sky live on Google, the online planetarium, see for yourself where Mars is, get an astronomy app, or grab yourself one of the calendars that is in full alignment with the visible sky. So the transits over here, the placements will be different to mainstream tropical astrology if that's what you're used to, because if you did not know, tropical Western astrology does not follow what's happening in the sky. And of course, where is astrology? It's in the sky, so it's a bit suspect, you know, and it just makes a bit more logical sense to observe the sky where it's actually happening. So without further ado, the order of this video, we're going to get into the numerology, then we're going to check out the transit, then we're going to go through the moon transits that's happening this cycle. We'll then clarify with Zitarat, and we've got the sun at the bottom of the deck. Then we come back to the present moment, because of course the present moment is all that matters. So I did do the numerology in the last video, but as I said, we go over three. We go over three, which is the Gregorian standard calendar, the original calendar with March and May, I always get confused, but with May technically being the 3rd month, not the 5th. And then we also follow the moon cycles as well. So with the moon cycles, the reason why it's on a different day, if you are new, is because of course we have 13 moons, don't we? So we're always tap into the moon numerology when it appears, which is this cycle. Okay, we're getting our 2nd moon cycle. So for a start, let me get my pen. So definitely check out my last video where we go in more depths of the Gregorian and the original, but just for visual sake, G equaled 4 and original equaled 11. So do keep that in mind, that these were the numbers that came up. I go into more depth on my other video with the numbers behind what makes like the 4. So check that out for sure to get a more in-depth knowing of it. But just the 13 moon by itself, it is the 2nd moon cycle, plus the year 224, which equals, what does it equal? It gives us the binary code and 1. So it gives us the binary code. Ultimately, it gives us 1. So the numerologies for the whole month of May is 1, 4, 11. So this 1 energy, again, it's amplifying this master number that we have for the month of May anyway. Do make sure you check out my luminary support you video where we synchronize all of the numerology with all of the, what's it called, placements, all of the current placements and all of the transits for May alone. It will be available for a few more hours after you've seen this video, so do check it out, because after it comes off of YouTube, it will only be on Patreon, and it's donation based. It's super affordable. So we're getting this 1 energy again. The 1 is that masculine structure, that masculine support, that direction, and this newness. That's the 1 energy. So we had obviously a lot of that, especially if you check out my other video it's like the fruits of your labor basically coming in the month of May. They're beginning to show. I'm not going to say it's like full blown, but I'm seeing they're beginning to show. So, oh, mini confirmation burp. So this one for me with this moon numerology, I'm seeing that just adds to it. We're ready for something new. In this newness, which is the one, this yeah, in this newness, forgive me, my daughter needed me, but we're ready for this newness, and in this newness that we're truly ready to experience, we are sure, we're sure on where we want to go. We're assertive, and in this assertive and sureness, we will create that foundation necessary, because just the one alone anyway, it does have that underneath. It does have that looks weird now. There we go. So that's a one. So I just find it interesting, just the shape of how the one is drawn, like another variation of the one. We generally have that support at the bottom, that structure and support that's necessary. We have that upward momentum like a phallus. That's why it's linked to what's it called, masculine energy, because it is like the phallus. It stands up when it's erect, and with this little pointy thing here, it's kind of like energetically, that's the piercing through, literally like the phallus. It's literally, but anyway, so that's kind of what I'm seeing when it comes to the moon numerology. It's just amplifying this master number 11, as that's, you know, we're getting 3 1s, we're getting 11, no, we're getting 111. So it's like even more assurity, direction, leadership, on where you want to go, the direction you're ready to pierce through in our energetic hologram, to experience that frequency bandwidth, basically. So that's the newness, and of course in doing so, structure is naturally there for you to allow this new entering into your reality in the month of May. But I am seeing new experiences. I am seeing consistencies necessary with the 4. I'm seeing that consistency. I'm seeing extra leadership too, in your direction. Again, it's just amplified because the 4 energy, it's leadership skills, it's business skills, it's again consistency, it's discipline, structure, which the 1 offers that structure and support as well. And of course, 4 representing time, it's like you are literally entering with all this 1 energy. You are entering, sorry, awful squiggles, you are entering into this new time. Okay, you are entering into this new time. So discipline, structure, consistency is going to be needed if you feel more drawn business wise, leadership wise, in your direction, in a certain direction you want to spend time on. Then trust yourself if that comes up in May. And I just generally feel the weather alone, especially if you're in the UK anyway, oh gosh, hopefully it gets better. It is getting warmer, the temperature's getting warmer, so I feel this will help us anyway. And ideally it would be nice if there's actually sunshine and not just grey skies. But that's what I'm seeing with the numerology of the moons anyway for this month. It's newness. It is newness. So let's get into the transits anyway. And as you can see here, it does say buy one, get one free for the calendars. If you buy the digital copy, you can get the physical one for free. Just pay postage. Okay, so it's not like 2 of these or 2 of the digital. You basically get both copies, but the physical one for free as long as you pay for postage and packaging. So let's get into the transits anyway. This won't be the longest videos. My son's not very well and there's just so much to do. So not much transits happening this cycle. As you can see on the calendar, it's basically just Mars taking its Cetus watery dip on the 9th. But let's just look at this beautiful picture of May. It's my solar return on the 7th, you know. Is my solar return. That's when the sun was in Aries in the sky on the 7th. So I thought my whole life that my sun sign was a Taurus, but not according to the skies. This is why I do recommend check it out for yourself and see. I do offer birth chart readings where I go into much more depth, but you can check it out yourself, you know, you really can. Anyway, this Mars having its Cetus watery dip. So Mars is our drive and our passion. That's what it represents. It represents that flame, that desire, that passion within you. So when it comes to literally when it comes to our desires, when it comes to our passion, when it comes to that drive that gets us up and says, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Because again, just look at the Mars symbol. It's got an arrow and it's pulling the circle. The circle is the sun, the ego. That is what we are. Symbology, symbiotic, you know what I mean. So it's like, this is that drive and this passion, being like the god of war. It's really that deep desire, that deep passion that gets you moving and gets you active. That is basically Mars. So it's when it comes to your career path, if you feel this, depending, of course, where your actual Mars placement is, and depending where I'm having my Mars return. Oh, wow. My Mars is in Pisces. I've literally just clocked. As well as my solar return, I'm having my Mars return. This is why I don't know. I feel a bit like life is really pushing me at the moment, but anyway, yeah, it's obviously in Pisces right now. So as I said, with this Pisces energy, and it will pop back up into Pisces again later this month, but ultimately this Pisces energy that is just dipping from, it's in the waters, you know, it is just in the waters. Pisces being the last zodiac sign is connected to everything. It knows everything. Water is consciousness and things of that nature. So when it comes to our drive and our passion, we are literally in the waters as I speak right now before it dips into Cetus. And ultimately, when it comes to our drive and our passion, it's getting ready to attune itself to the frequencies it's ready to experience. But in order to do this fully, it needs to have this alchemization, to alchemize and to process everything it's did, its past cycle since it's been in Aries, since the last time it's been in Aries, gone around the zodiac wheel, and now it's in Pisces again. It's going to alchemize all of that data, your entire drive and passion that you've had that whole time. It's going to alchemize it. So if a lot of reflection comes up, that could be why. If a lot of thoughts, feelings come up about how you've acted in certain ways, literally your drive and passion in certain areas, you may feel like, oh gosh, though this was something I wanted to do, I didn't put in that much effort to it. So maybe it's like putting in a bit more. You may have put more effort into things that don't serve you when it comes to what got you moving. You may realize, nah, I don't need to do that anymore. It's not going to help me. Oh, I need to do this some more. From the alchemization. So it's like you'll be observing yourself, what you had done, and processing it all, literally on a cellular level, processing it all, and truly, especially as it dips back up into Pisces, truly knowing after this alchemization process, truly knowing what frequencies, what waves you're ready to attune yourself to for your drive and your passion to be even more beneficial for you. Because we keep going round the spiral. So it's just small, sometimes major expansion as it goes on. But that is what I'm seeing for our drive and our passion for life in general. we're going to be processing all that we have done, processing it all, alchemizing it, knowing what benefited us, knowing what didn't, knowing how to move forward. So that is what I'm seeing. And how long is it in Cetus for? Okay, so it's in Cetus until next cycle, until next Monday. That's how long it's in Cetus for. So it's basically just this, a few days of alchemization. So if you are even a little slower during that cycle, I feel it's okay. It's just processing all the data so you know how to move forward from that point. But that is what I'm seeing there. If you did like this, I was going to say deception. That was about to come out my mouth. But, oh, confirmation burp. No, it wasn't a confirmation burp. I just got gas. I was probably gas all the time. But this perception of my videos, give your girl a thumbs up. Let's get into the moons though. So the moon, it's beginning, as you can see, in Pisces on the 5th, and it's having its whole Cetus watery dip on the 5th. It's doing it all. Again, many of the luminaries transit through Cetus. They really do, and I will draw it for you, but let's just put the moons on. I will say as well, with this Mars going into Cetus and the numerology of the month, I kind of see it, because we are ready for this newness. But in order for this newness to kind of come in, when it comes to that passion, that drive that's pulling us to go and do it, we need to alchemize what we have done. You know, we need to alchemize it. We need to be in the waters to know what we're ready to tap into, the frequencies we're ready to now experience. And it's going to be something new. And again, this drive and this passion, this alchemization, before it dips back up into Pisces with this 4 energy of business skills, what you're literally working and spending time on, because it does represent time, that leadership, which can bring about wealth too. So it's like knowing this drive and this passion, alchemizing to truly know how to experience this new reality, this new direction you're ready to go in, which could well bring in wealth from the effort, the discipline, the consistency you've been putting in within time. Okay, but jumping back to the moons, the moon is the mover of your emotions. It gets your energy moving, your energy in motion. And the way the moon and the sun work together, as I see all of this as technology, that has an impact on our body and our actions, etc., etc., is highly advanced technology, because we are in a hologram. We're in a hologram. So this is basically like one of the many control pads that is one of the many control pads that's moving us within our hologram, you see, and it's all pre-programmed within us, like a snapshot print basically. But that's my angle. So the way this technology works with the sun and the moon moves your energy, it puts your energy in motion, okay? And it's from that feeling to get your energy in motion, whether that's intuition, gut feeling, you know, maternal instincts, things of that nature. Once your energy is in motion, whatever act you do, however your energy is put in motion, you see it through the lens of the sun, which is your ego. So it will be a combination of wherever the sun is transiting, as well as your own. So again, it's like your emotions will move you on a certain thought, and then that will spark your drive and your passion to begin this alchemization. And you'll see the alchemization, you will perceive this alchemization through your ego, okay, and through wherever it's transiting. So that is the moon and how it works. That's how the sun and moon work together. And the moon is beginning its Cetus watery dip. It's Pisces to Cetus watery dip on Sunday, on the day of the sun. So it goes into Pisces, dips into Cetus, pops back up into Pisces, and then of course it stays there until it transits into Aries on the 7th, which is my born day. My born day. But, and it's wild because usually I do like to fast on my moon, but the children's father booked me a couple nights away, and of course food and dinners included, so I'm just going to enjoy myself this time. But anyway, our emotions anyway, how our energy has been moving us, will have this rebirth. Ultimately, that's the umbrella term. It will have this rebirth. It will dip into the waters. It will be analyzing past experiences. So if you are more reflective round about this time, trust yourself. It's just natural. And then of course you'll alchemize this too, once it dips into Cetus. And as this alchemizes on the past 28 days, on how your energy has moved you, you will get ready to attune yourselves to the new wavelengths when it comes to your emotions, your energy, on what you would then like to experience or how you'd like to go about things in the next 28 days. Okay, and of course, because Pisces can be very creative anyway. It can be creative. So even if creative ideas comes out, you know, thoughts or how you feel about certain things, how you want to bring out your wisdom, that could come up too. You could be reflecting on a various different things. Of course, it all depends on your personal life. But after this alchemization on the 7th of May, your energy is getting ready to be moved in this new way. And this is just wild to me. This is wild because I don't remember this happening on my last birthday, and we have done this for a year now, over a year. We've already done last year's calendar, but I really can't remember if the moon and the sun was in the same place on my born day. Like, I don't know, and that's kind of wild because that's kind of showing me that the way my energy is moving me, my emotions, my feminine part of me, because the moon is feminine, will be in full alignment, because it will be a conjunction with my ego. They will be in full alignment. So for me personally, especially as I entered the realm on that day, I will be taking a lot of notes on how I'm feeling and how I'm perceiving my reality, because it will be in harmony. So a lot of things may come up for me in terms of the direction I'm ready to go. But as it is in Aries anyway, it will be in alignment with this newness. So this new way, it will be in full alignment. So I'm going to keep obviously in mind what comes up. But for everyone else anyway, the moon will be in Aries. So it's like this new passion, this new flame, this new direction, this new excitement. Being the first fire sign is more childlike in nature, and it's just like, it's got that passion, that burning desire. It's not in that realm of, oh my days, I can't do this, or should I not do this? It's more of this excitement, wanting to do it, these new things. But that's how I'm seeing our emotion will begin to move us on the 7th of May. So usually the luminaries do stay in, no, the moon stays in each zodiac sign for a couple days, but it enters into Aries early on the 7th, and it enters into Taurus later on the 8th. So in terms of hours, it is still round about the same amount of length. It's just showing that it's the next day. So do keep that in mind. Do follow along on the app so you can see the exact times if you'd like. I use Stellarium personally, and it looks like this. I'll just show you because I have it here. It looks like this. Okay, Stellarium, that's my favorite one. I do have a couple others, but Stellarium's my favorite. So yeah, our emotion anyway is getting ready to enter into this new way after you've alchemized your past experiences, where then after this new flame and spark has arisen in you with this Aries moon, it then goes into Taurus. And as I've said many times, Taurus is the toroidal field. So it's only after this spark of Aries comes in, your toroidal field gets activated. Sorry, a bit of black on there. Your toroidal field gets activated. So as you can see, on this calendar, we do go to body, to zodiac correlation 2, and Taurus represents the cerebellum, which is basically at the back of your head. So literally, when it comes to this technology, this hologram that we're in, it creates from the back of your head this energetic toroidal field which comes out. Okay. Aries is the left and right of you. So it's that left and right of masculine and feminine, so to say, the two rams kind of butting heads on how the energy is going to be, this newness, how it's going to be. Then the Taurus, the toroidal field, comes in, activates, and that is what brings your experiences to you. Taurus attracts your experiences because Taurus is all about the material reality. Okay, so when it comes to our energy in motion, our emotions, we will begin from the 8th to enter into a new toroidal field to attract new experiences to you, which will set like the precipice for the rest of the 28 days, basically. So our emotions may be moving us to want to experience new things with our 6 senses: sight, taste, touch, hearing, smell, as well as intuition. Things you truly want to interact with in the physical reality. And of course, that is drawing experiences to you. So pay attention to what comes up, because we are ready for the new. And as the moon dips down or moves up into Gemini, it's going to be interesting, because before we had Arugia. I'm not quite sure if it comes up. We'll see if Arugia comes up in the next cycle. But it's popping up more. So just the dance of the luminaries are slightly changing a little. But as the moon goes into Gemini, once your toroidal field has been activated, you're ready to draw these new experiences to you. You then exchange your energy in this way, as Gemini is fueled by Mercury, which is all about energy exchange. Mercury and Gemini both being an air element. It's a lot of communication. It's a lot of energy exchange. So if your emotions bring you to communicate a lot at this time, the end of the cycle, of course, trust yourself. Yeah, definitely trust yourself. And of course, this ultimately is about energy exchange. So not just communication, it's how your emotions are moving you to exchange your energy. So this could be with a person or things, anything of that nature, basically, because you've activated the toroidal field and now you're interacting fully and exchanging your energy with this Gemini. Yeah, so that is kind of what I am seeing there. Do let me know your thoughts. We are going to jump into the tarot now quickly. We won't be long with this, but take a deep breath with me. And exhale. So we did have the sun at the bottom of the deck. Do make sure, people, you check out the video of the luminary support you, where we synchronize it all, because tarot was pulled. Also check out yesterday's video. Was it yesterday's video? I don't know, but check them all out anyway. Jupiter entering Taurus. Expansion it's inevitable, this newness, this new experience, but check it out anyway. But what's happening for the collective this cycle, having this Cetus watery dip What is happening? I may this just flipped out. This just flipped out. I did mention with this 4 energy in the numerology, wealth could be there because it's what you've been working on, this discipline structure, and wealth could be there. And I pulled, that's it, my last cycle's video, I done the month tarot, and I did pull a little tarot just for the whole of May. So there were 2, and all of them were quite positive. So I'm not gonna lie, I feel super drained. I feel super drained, and I'm going to be honest. And this is why I was kind of baffled that the moon and the sun will be pretty much in the same place. And I don't know if this happens every year. Does it happen to everybody? On your born day, is your moon and sun in the same place? Or I am also having, as I says, I am having my Mars return as well as my Saturn return. So this is why I feel super drained. I feel super challenged. I feel like, yeah. But the month of May, a lot was looking okay. 10 of Pentacles. So, yeah. Can we clarify this 10 of Pentacles with this moon numerology? And what's going on with our passions? Oh, Page of Swords in reverse popped out. Another page. Oh, Page of Cups. That's cute. Will we get all of them? Will we get a wand? We'll see. How's everyone doing though? Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? It's my birthday cycle and the children will be away. So I'm planning to... Oh, rebirth. We're having a rebirth here. Oh, that fits for me for my solar return. But I'm planning to go live like once a day. Let me not make no promises. But a few times this cycle. I'm definitely planning to go live. I just want to chat, to be honest. Don't know what it's about, but I just want to chat. Oh, come on. One more. Let's just get one more. Just hone back in. One more to clarify this. 10 of Pentacles, death. Getting a ringing right in my ear. I feel that was a bit weak. I feel that was a bit weak. Shuffle better, mama. Shuffle better. Come on, clarify all this for me. It kind of came out sideways. Little in reverse. Shall we take it? Shall we take it? I'm going to read that both ways. Last one. Flipped but went back in. Oh. Okay. 2 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups. We had the 8 of Cups before. I feel something to do with love. A little bit of nostalgia at the bottom of the deck, but let's read them anyway. We're going to do this 10 of Swords first. We didn't get the wands this time. Ooh, we didn't get the wands. Let's do the 10 of Swords. Okay, enlightenment, martyrdom. Holding it sideways. Martyrdom, turning point, exaggerated self-pity, feeling life can't get any worse, darkest moment before the dawn. So it come out sideways, but it was a bit more like that. So it's possibly a bit more reverse than not. So like, there's not this cycle, there's not this self-pity, there's not this self-pity. I feel this turning point has already begun energetically from the beginning of May. Yeah, we're not at a point where feeling life can't get any worse anymore. We're not martyring ourselves. Life may be getting better. Life may be getting better, which makes sense with the 10 of Pentacles. Let's get into the Page of Swords in reverse. So this came up in reverse, and it's about vigilance, ready for action, youthful ideas, research the facts, challenging lover, young at heart person, fresh challenges ahead. But of course it's in reverse. So, oh, how am I seeing this? Well, the challenging lover, maybe if someone comes in, they're not going to be challenging, for one. They probably won't be challenging. Yeah, like, I'm ready to relax this cycle, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not quite ready for action, so that makes sense. That makes sense. And it's not fresh challenges ahead having to go into it. It's kind of like with, I don't know, let's just go into the rest of the stuff. I'm feeling super tired, as you can probably hear in my voice. Let's look at the cups. We had the cups in the last video, but we do have the 2 of Cups. So we've got a connection, attraction, moving closer, sexual attraction, establishing a bond, declaring a truce, putting the past behind you. Putting the past behind you. So that's interesting. The 8 of Cups as well. 8 of Cups being moving on, exploring a new lifestyle, leaving behind a difficult situation, trying to find a deeper meaning, searching for inner awareness. So newness is coming in for sure. You're exploring something new, as I mentioned with the numerology. As I mentioned with our drive and our passion, we are definitely getting ready to explore something new. And this came up in our last video, so I feel this is just amplified for this new journey we're going on, this fool's journey, and a connection may well come in. I feel we're not so much at this turning point because we've already turned. So we're not in our feelings about stuff, exaggerating, having self-pity, feeling that life can't get any worse, because we are ready for this new adventure, exploring new things, potentially with this new connection, whatever that may be, a person or a business. But of course we're also getting, oh, we got the Page of Cups. Yeah, we had another cup. So the Page of Cups is saying, oh, love's coming in. My daughter stuck this sticker on here, but I don't take it off. I just do this when I want to read it. Romantic feelings, sensitivity, being offered love, a younger lover, flirtatious admirer, trusting your intuition, and being forgiven. Now, a truce came up with this. So this could be a past person. This could be a past person. The fact that we've got the Page of Cups, I'm more inclined that it is a romantic connection. And there's a truce, there's communication and a connection coming in. So this could be a past person. And it came up, this past person came up even in Jupiter entering Taurus. I pulled tarot for it. So I do feel, especially if you're single, someone's coming into your life and you're ready for this new journey. Like 100% you're ready for it. You're getting this death and rebirth coming through. This death and rebirth fully coming through, and I'll definitely take that as I'm going through quite a lot of returns with the luminaries right now. But a rebirth is definitely coming through. This rebirth is bringing out love. We do have the 6 of Cups that was at the top of the deck or bottom, whatever. So a bit of nostalgia may come in. but bringing up a truce. So you may be going over some past memories of some sort that could come up, but a truce may come in with this connection. But there's love in the air. There's love in the air, and with Jupiter in Taurus, that is going to be amplified. So someone or something is coming in, and ultimately you are ready for this new journey that you want to go on. You're ready to leave whatever doesn't serve you behind. As I mentioned with this Cetus alchemization energies, you don't want certain things anymore. You're ready for the new. And of course, it comes with this death and rebirth. And the 10 of Pentacles to end before we come back to the present moment. 10 of Pentacles, the good life. It is the good life, conventional values, tradition, wealth, seeking affluence, enjoying abundance, sticking to the tried and tested. So again, this is like that alchemization and reflecting. You're knowing what works, what doesn't. Excuse me, mini confirmation, but you're knowing what works, what doesn't. You're ready to enter into this good life. As I mentioned, 4 can bring about wealth so long as you're disciplined and consistent in what you are doing. So that can bring about the wealth needed, and you're ready to experience the finer side of life now. And I feel this good life, it comes potentially from this connection. This connection may help. So that's what I'm seeing for this cycle. I feel we're ready to experience the new. I says the month of May. So make sure you check out that video. So where I go into much more detail. The month of May is coming with the fruits beginning to bear of your labor. Truly beginning to experience reality, as Jupiter is in Taurus as well. But let's just come back to the present moment. Take a deep breath. And exhale. So, the present moment, quite a big one. It's quite a big one, which I feel aligns nicely. Let's put these over here. I feel it aligns nicely, this present moment, because right now we have today, Fortune entering Pisces. We also have Pluto retrogrades today in Capricorn. And of course, the moon is in Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So basically, by the time, the majority of today, the moon is in Capricorn. But by the time, like closer to tonight, it moves into Aquarius. So I did, of course, cover these two in my last video. But to summarize, our Fortune is getting ready to get its watery birth, getting ready to attract new fortune and prosperity to us, in a nutshell. And of course, whatever your wisdom is, the knowledge, the data you're alchemizing and knowing, you'll be fortunate to share that in creative ways, however that looks for you. Pluto retrograding in Capricorn. We will be able to, from now, in order to move forward in this transformation of our foundation and stability towards our long-term goals, we now have the capacity and space to do what's necessary in order to truly move forward. That's what retrogrades offer. So the whole collective is being transformed. Your own personal life is being transformed. But we don't always have the time, space, and even cellular space to get things done. So the retrograde is going to begin to do that. So again, this is why I see we're entering into this newness. And we're entering into this newness because this retrograde can bring about the necessary things, or present the opportunity to act in necessary ways which will help us move forward. And of course, the moon, the mover of our emotions, is in Capricorn. So your energy, the way you feel about things, may be a bit more focused on what is my long-term goal, what is my foundation and things of that nature. And then it moves into Aquarius of your emotions moving more to your own unique ideas, which could help support this long-term goal of this Capricorn energy. Okay, and of course this unique idea may have something to do with your wisdom, but that is what I'm seeing for this cycle. Do let me know if you like this video. Give your girl a thumbs up. Please like the video. It will help. It doesn't cost anything and it will help so much. Feel free to share as well, and please leave a comment if you would like to. Do make sure you grab both versions of the calendar. The digital one is cheaper than the physical, I have to let you know, so you can grab the digital copy and then grab the physical one for free with postage and packaging. And I'm setting the postage and packaging to just set prices, whether you're in the UK or US. So postage and packaging for the UK will be £5. If you're in the US, it will be £10. So yeah, and it's a bit more for the US. It's more. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize how much it is to like send postage, so it's still even cheaper. But do grab it, especially if you'd like to support. And something new is also coming out soon. Catch me over on Patreon if you would like to. But if you did like any part of this video, thank you. Thank you for sticking to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's have an amazing cycle. Angel out. Bye.